Hello, my dear students. You all are welcome to my class. I am Taranna, Akter, assistant teacher, English, Pallavi Majidul Islam Model High School. Today I will discuss about one of the most important items of English grammar, and that is tense. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify verb and tenses in a sentence, and you will be able to use tenses with accuracy in a sentence. Now you see the definition of tense. The word tense comes from the Latin word tempus, which means time. So tense denotes the time of action of verb. Dear students, read the following sentences. 1. I write this letter. 2. I wrote the letter. 3. I will write the letter tomorrow. In sentence 1, the verb write refers to present time. In sentence 2, the verb wrote refers to past time. In sentence 3, the verb will write refers to future time. Thus, a verb may refer to present time, past time, and future time. A verb that refers to present time is said to be in the present tense. A verb that refers to past time is said to be in the past tense. A verb that refers to future time is said to be in the future tense. So tense are three types. 1. The present tense. 2. The past tense. 3. The future tense. Now you see each tense is divided into 4 types: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous tense. At first, I will describe about present tense. Simple present tense indicates an action that is generally true or habitual. That is, it took place in the past, continues to take place in the present, and will take place in the future. This tense is used to denote a habitual action. For instance, he walked to school. General truths, for instance, the sun rises in the east. Honesty is the best policy. A future event that is part of a fixed timetable, for instance, the match starts at 9 o'clock. Now you see the examples. He reads a story. This is the positive form of simple present tense. He does not read a story. This is the negative form. And does he read a story? This is the question form. We add s or es to the verb when subject is he, she, or it, or singular noun. You see the examples. Here the subjects are written he, she, it, and singular noun. You see s has been added with the verb. We add do not or does not to make the sentence negative. We write the base form of the verb after do or does. If the subject is he, she, it, or a singular noun, then does is used, and if the subject is we, they, you, or plural noun, then do is used. Now you see the positive, negative, and question form of simple present tense. Structures have been given. You will see later very attentively. I am not explaining because all have given clearly in the chart. Present perfect tense indicates an action that has been completed some time before the present moment with a result that affects the present situation. For example, he has finished the work, he has slept. Note, the form of present perfect tense is has or have plus verb, past participle form, or third form of the verb. Examples: they have been there. This is the positive form. They have not been there. This is the negative form. And have they been there? This is the question form of present perfect tense. Present continuous tense indicates an action that is taking place at the moment of speaking. For example, she is walking, I am studying. The form of present continuous tense is am/are plus verb plus ing. Examples: I am eating rice. This is the positive form. 2. He is not playing. This is the negative form. Does he play? Question form. Is used with third person singular subjects he, she, or it. Am used with first person subject I. Are used with plural subjects we, you, or they. This is the positive, negative, and question structure form question form of the present continuous tense. All structures have been given here. You will see this later. Present perfect continuous tense indicates an action that started in the past and is continuing at the present time. For example, he has been sleeping for an hour. The form of present perfect continuous tense is has or have plus been plus verb plus ing. Examples: I have been reading for 2 hours. This is the positive form. Ruhan has been sleeping since 4 o'clock. This is also a positive form. Has he been reading for 2 hours? This is the question form. You have not been reading for 2 hours. This is the negative form. If the subject is she, he, it, or a singular noun, the auxiliary verb has been is used. If the subject is they, you, or a plural noun, the auxiliary verb have been is used. You see in question number 3, question mark is missing, but you consider this as question sentence. Okay. The specific words since and for are used in sentence to show the time of action. The word since is used if the exact starting time, since Monday, since 3 p.m. of action is known or intended to be reflected in the sentence. The word for is used to express the amount of time, especially for 3 hours, for 6 months, for which the action was continued. This is the positive, negative, and question form of present perfect continuous tense. You see structures have been given with examples. You will see the structures attentively later. Past tense. Simple past tense indicates an action took place before the present moment and that has no real connection with the present time. For example, he danced in the function. The action took place in the past, is finished, and is completely unrelated to the present. He flew to London yesterday. The verb flew is an irregular verb which does not take ed in the past tense like regular verbs. The form of simple past tense is verb plus ed. Examples: I lived in Dhaka. This is the positive form. I did not live in Dhaka. This is the negative form. And did I live in Dhaka? This is the question form. These are the structures of positive, negative, and question form. When we use past simple to talk about actions that happened at a specific time in the past, you use a time expression like Saturday last month. It can be used to describe events that happened over a period of time in the past. It is also used to talk about habitual or repeated actions that took place in the past. The past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is used to demonstrate an action that occurred before another action in the past. There are usually 2 completed actions in the sentence. One happens before the other. To form this tense, we use the past tense of the verb to have, which is had, and add it to the past participle of the main verb. Examples: 1. She had met him, positive form. I had not been watching, negative form. Had he worked? This is the question form. And you see the structures of the positive, negative, and question form of past perfect tense. Subject plus had plus verb 3, it means past participle form plus object. Subject plus had plus not verb 3 plus object, and had plus subject plus verb 3 plus object. This is the question form of past perfect tense structure. Past continuous tense indicates an action going on at some time in the past or an action in the past that is longer in duration than another action in the past. For example, it was getting darker. The light went out while they were reading. The form of past continuous tense is was or were plus verb plus ing. Examples: I was playing. This is the positive form. I was not playing. This is the negative form. Were they playing? This is the question form. Was used in past tense with singular subject like he, she, it. Were used with singular subject you. It is also used with plural subjects you, we, or they. You see the structures of past continuous tense, positive, negative, and question structures. We use past continuous tense to describe parallel actions, to describe what someone was doing at a particular point in time, to express interrupted action in the past, and to describe repetition and irritation. Past perfect continuous tense indicates an action in the past that took place before another time or event in the past and continued during the second event time point in the past. For example, at the time he had been writing a novel for 2 months. He had been exercising when I called. The form of past perfect continuous tense is had plus been plus verb plus ing. You see the examples. I had been watching. This is the positive form. I had not been watching. This is the negative form. Had I been watching? This is the question form. These are the structures of past perfect continuous tense. Negative, positive, and question structures. Future tense. Simple future tense indicates an action that will take place after the present time and that has no real connection with the present time. For example, she will visit her ailing grandmother soon. He will walk home. The form of simple future tense is will or shall plus verb. You see the structures of positive, negative and question form of simple future tense. The positive structure is subject plus will plus V1. V1 means the present form of verb. The negative subject plus will not plus V1. Question will plus subject plus V1 plus object. You see the examples. He will win the exam. This is the positive form. I will see you later. Positive form. She will help him tomorrow. This is the positive form. He will be there soon. Positive form. He will not call us. Negative form. I will not stay this hotel. Negative form. Your mother will love you forever. This is the positive form. Will you wait for me? Question form. Will she do it again? Question form. We will see better days. This is the positive form. Don't change the verb after will. You see, and will visit me tomorrow. He will do his homework soon. They will play football next week. You cannot change the verbs form at the time of future tense. You have to write the base form of the verb. Future perfect tense indicates an action in the future that will have been completed before another time or event in the future. For example, by the time we arrive, you will have studied. The form of future perfect tense is will or shall have plus verb. Past participle form or third form of the verb. This is the structures of positive, negative and question form of future perfect tense. Future continuous tense indicates an action in the future that is longer in duration than another action in the future. For example, he will be walking when it starts to rain. The form of future continuous tense is will or shall be plus verb plus ing. It will be subject plus will or shall be plus verb plus ing. Then you see the positive, negative and question form of the structures of future continuous tense. Subject plus will be plus verb plus ing. This is the positive form. Subject plus will plus not plus be plus verb plus ing. This is the negative form. Will plus subject plus be plus verb plus ing. This is the question form. Future perfect continuous tense indicates an action in the future that will have been continuing until another time or event in the future. For example, he will have been exercising an hour at 2. The form of future perfect continuous tense is will or shall have been. Subject plus will or shall have been plus verb plus ing. You see the structures. At first, positive form, subject plus will plus have been plus verb plus ing. I will have been eating vegetables for 3 months. Then subject, negative form, subject plus will plus not plus have been plus verb ing. I won't have been eating vegetables for 3 months. This is the negative form. Then question form, will plus subject plus have plus been plus verb plus ing. Will you have been eating vegetables for 3 months? This is the question form. Now you see where we use future perfect continuous tense to show that something will continue up until a particular event or time in the future. To talk about something that finishes just before another time or action, you will also see the example. James will have been teaching at the university for more than a year by the time he leaves for Asia. I will be tired when I get home because I will have been working for over an hour. Now you see what have you learned from today's lesson. You have learned about all the structures of all tenses. You see simple, present, simple, present continuous, present perfect, perfect continuous, past simple, past continuous, past perfect continuous, future simple, future continuous, future perfect continuous all together. Now dear students, I am giving you homework. I will not give you any classwork. I will give all homework because we are going to get a vacation for Eid al-Adha. So you will do all this when at the time of this vacation. I will supply you or give you the answers in my next class. Okay. First one, you see, circle the correct verb. Simple present tense, you have to circle the correct verb. Then fill in the blanks with the verb and match the images. You have to fill the blanks and you have to match the images with the blanks. Then complete the sentences in the future tense. Use the verbs given in the box. You have to fill in the gaps using the verbs given in the box. Then fill in the correct past tense verb into a sentence. You will see the verbs given in the box and you have to write the verb correctly in the blanks. Past tense, in past tense. Dear students, thanks for joining me. Inshallah, I will meet you after Eid al-Adha. I wish all of you advance Eid Mubarak. Allah Hafiz.